To begin working on Word Chapter 1 Pause and Practice, from Blackboard, navigate to SimNet. In SimNet, select the group belonging to Word Chapter 1. Select the resource green top tile that says Word Chapter 1 Pause and Practice. Download the resource file. Unzip and extract the resource file to wherever you want it to go. Navigate to find your extracted files. In this case, I'm going to read the directions. I recognize that I have a file here I need, because if I look at the directions, it tells me that one of the files that's listed is used in Pause and Practice 1-2. There are 3 pause and practices, so I'm going to just use that. I'm going to use the instructions from this, but you could also use your book or your ebook. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and I'm going to go ahead and open up Word. So I opened up a new blank document. Open up Microsoft Word, click on blank document, save the file. So here's one of the suggestions that I have for you, is when you do file save, it's going to be your initials, so mine will be HJM, PP for pause and practice, the product that you're using, which we're doing Word, the chapter 1 dash, and here it says 1-1, but we know there's 3 pause and practices, so I'm just going to end it with a 3, and that way we don't have to worry about renaming it. And then you would select the folder that you want to put this in. So I'm just going to find this and save it. So now we have the file started that we're going to actually submit. Create an autocorrect entry. So an autocorrect entry is a way that you can automatically fix words that perhaps you type incorrectly, or let's say you have a long company name, and instead of always typing the company name, you could type some abbreviations, space, and it'll translate to this through the autocorrect. So we're going to do that. So we go to Backstage View, which is File, and then we're going to come down here to Options, and the autocorrect is a proofing, so we're going to click Proofing, and right there is the button, Autocorrect. So as you can see, there are already a lot of words in here, and let's say if you typed a parentheses, R parentheses, space, it'll change to the registration symbol, all right, or the copyright, parentheses C, parentheses will give you the copyright. But what we want to do is we want to change Cavelli, which is with one, oops, got my hands on the wrong key, Cavelli, and the name is really spelled with 2 I's. So if this last name is spelled incorrectly, it will automatically be changed to the correct spelling. We're going to do Add and OK. So now that is in your overall system. It's not just attached to this file, but it's in your Word system. So we're going to go ahead and do OK. So we're going to use the autocomplete to insert a date. And so so the last thing we did was an autocorrect. Now we're going to do an autocomplete. The autocomplete is a series of things that if you start typing, it will understand what you're trying to type and try and complete it for you. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to start typing the date. So I'm going to start typing today's date. Well, before I do that, I want to do the Show Hide. So I'm on the Home tab. In the paragraph group, I'm going to find this. It's like a backwards P. That's the paragraph symbol. it shows and hides the hidden codes in your document. So everything that you do, like hitting the space bar, hitting the enter, hitting the tab key, produces these hidden codes for you. And so turning that on lets you see kind of what's behind the scenes. So I am going to start typing today's date. So that's June, and I hit the space bar. Look at what happened. I got this autocomplete. It says, okay, you're trying to put today's date in. And if that's correct, all I have to do is press the enter key to insert it. And I don't have to worry about typing the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And enter. And we're going to type David and Sharon Wing. And then if you notice here in the directions, we're going to use a shift enter. A shift enter will cause a carriage return line feed, but it will not produce a paragraph, because the paragraphs, you can have paragraph formatting, and paragraphs are defined as space between one paragraph mark and the next. Well, I want all of this inside address to be one paragraph, but I need to go to the next line. So in order to do that, I'm going to press the shift enter. Notice that the hidden code now is like a bent backwards arrow. That means I'm doing a carriage return line feed, but I'm not putting a new paragraph mark. 4685 Orange Grove Road. Same thing here. I want to go to the next line, but I don't want a new paragraph. Shift enter. Rockland, comma, CA, space 97725. Now I am done with this paragraph. So watch what happens when I hit enter. I'm going to hit enter, and look, I end that paragraph, and look at that white space, right? So if I come up here and by mistake I hit an enter, look at that white space between there, and right away you know that that's wrong. So I got to go back and put that shift enter in, because paragraph spacing, you can put white space before a paragraph, you can put white space after a paragraph, and so that spacing of that extra white space is tied to this paragraph mark. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is type this paragraph. I am going to stop this movie at this point, and I'm going to type the paragraph offline. You don't need to watch me type this, but I'm going to do 6A. I'm going to type. I'm going to press enter at the end, and then I'm going to type the second paragraph, and I'm going to pick up right here at 6C on the next movie. All right, thank you.